Do not adjust your headphones. This is the SEO show on the That's All Folks podcast feed. Right now you're listening to the Paul Simon song, You Call Me Out, but every other beat is missing. Gone, swept up down the alley like some roly-poly little back-faced girl. Okay. Welcome to the show. It's been a while.
Hey, hello, everybody. It's Zach. I'm dropping the show live. It's just Zach now.
So it's been, I don't even know what I think the last time we recorded was like April, I believe. It may have even been March.
It was April.
May. Actually, you know what it was the Daft Punk one where I was just really excited about Daft Punk and just, Daft Pod.
I think I actually just looked at my account and I saw that the last episode was in April on my podcast. So yeah, it might have been before that or after roughly. I'm not totally sure, and I actually don't even remember how this podcast works.
This podcast is the SEO show, and what we do is we pull up trends.google.com. We check at what people are Googling. What are people searching for?
I actually did, I forgot. I'm like, what did we look on? I'm like, news. I knew it was Google. I was like, a trend. I was actually typing in trend, so that is correct. And yeah, so what we're going to do is pull up trends on Google and just kind of give our 2 cents and sometimes 4.
So the last time, I really thought we were going to do this show a lot during COVID. I thought that I remember early on, I was thinking that the pandemic is such a...
The pandemic
is such a big cultural event that I felt like we were probably going to record at least once a week and sort of just give an update on how we were doing. And it was going to be like a sort of time capsule for the thoughts and feelings of the people during this time. But we've recorded less than ever before.
Yeah, I guess at the very first, I did think that there was going to be I did think that we would be recording more, but I mean,
I thought there'd be endless things to talk about, like the development of and there were, but for some reason, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a real excuse for it other than just, shit happens, I mean, during these trying times, in these
uncertain, I like to call them uncertain times.
Yeah, uncertain. I feel like trying is more annoying to me, but in these times of uncertainty, in these times of Rona, I guess. No, I don't know, but we're back and
we're here to tell you what's trending in Google searches and then react to them.
Can you do this?
Zach's holding up a weed stick full of marijuana, and he's asking me if I want to smoke.
I know you have a meeting, so I don't know if you wanted to be lit for a meeting or not.
That's the thing, is I probably shouldn't be blazed. Guys, I'll admit it, I'm weak mentally, and I had to start doing therapy. I'm going to not a psychiatrist. I don't know if that's politically correct. I think you can only really call them therapists now. Just, where you sit and they ask you how you're doing and how you're feeling, and you try to get to the bottom of your psyche. I've been doing that for 5 weeks now. I think it's my 6th week, and I have to do it in a half hour, and I don't think I should smoke weed before the therapy session, although I do think that it would be giving her a real representation of the way my mind works sometimes when I'm high. You know what I mean? It's almost like if I'm not high if I'm not high in therapy, I'm giving her a not the full picture of what I'm like.
That's true. That's a good point. My opinion on therapy in general is it's gay. I don't get it. I don't know. I just If I'm feeling down, I'll drink fucking beer. I don't know. Get over it.
But yeah, no, I'm drinking an energy drink right now, and I feel like even that, I don't even know if I should be like. I feel like I almost need to be pure when I talk to her for some reason.
I feel like caffeine is probably not the best thing before like a therapy session, but that's coming from someone that's never had therapy and someone that also like drinks a lot of caffeine. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Let us
Yeah,
know.
no, I'm not gonna. Let me know if I don't know how you can talk to us, but tell us if you've smoked weed before therapy sessions. I'd like to actually know that if people do that.
I bet they do, but we're just speculating here, and we don't do any speculation on this podcast. So let's get right into it.
Today is Wednesday, September 23rd, and the top search on Google with 200,000 searches is Gale Sayers. Who is that?
Gale Sayers,
Hall of Fame running
at
back, dies today.
77.
Good news right off the bat.
I mean, I just want to say right now.
Should I say right off the not the bat, the foot
right off the
cleat?
Probably like right off the
that little thing that holds the football when you're kicking it. You know,
Well,
that little stand thing.
yeah. I mean, like they only use those in like practice.
Oh, I thought that was part of the game.
I mean, like I think Pee Wee, they use them. They use the cones. I actually remember using one.
Pee Wee.
Yeah, that's I just want to say though, like in general, the search numbers. This is only 200K searches. That's very low.
People aren't goggling today.
Well, it's not even. I feel like in general, people no
longer goggle.
People don't Google because they have fucking Alexa, right? Or
I think people don't Google
Siri.
No, I think people don't Google because people only really get their news from social media now. So like the portal to surfing the web used to be Google. You would get on Google and that would be like the doorway to information. But now it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, Pinterest. What was that? Oh,
Pinterest.
Yeah, and let me ask you something. Have you seen The Social Dilemma?
My girlfriend said she saw it and was interested, and I mean, she couldn't get through it 'cause she was on her phone the whole time. And so I was like, you know what? I'm looking on. I've been on my Facebook group for book club, and I lost it. I completely lost it.
Nah, but I don't really want to talk about The Social Dilemma right now.
Yeah. Okay. Looking at okay,
I want people on there addicted to their phones and listen to this podcast. So,
here's some.
Don't watch that documentary, please.
Road Warrior Animal number 2.
Number 2, Road Warrior Animal. What the?
He's
fuck?
a WWE legend. I've never actually heard. I mean, I used to watch like pro wrestling, WWF, WWE. I have no idea who this guy is. He must have been. Here's something back. Oh, in the 90s. Okay, I kind of just missed him then. So he was a legit. Okay, here.
This guy's dead too, then, huh?
Let me get which guy?
Yeah, dead at 60
as well. And
so we got dead at 60. We got dead at 77.
In June 1990, a pair signed with the World Wrestling Federation, now WWE.
I don't think I care about this. I'm sorry though. I mean, sucks to die.
I just want to read this last sentence. As was standard for the duo, let's just say this guy, what was his name? Road Warrior Animal, and I just want to know what these guys' names are. I'm sorry, guys. I'm dropping Dusty Rhodes. Maybe I don't fucking know. Anyway,
he's got
that. No. Let me finish this. As standard for the duo, they would eventually win the WWF Tag Team Championship, beating the Nasty Boys in Street Fight at SummerSlam 1991. I just wanted to say the Nasty Boys.
SummerSlam.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of like dropped off whenever WWE became WWE, because it's like,
yeah.
I mean, WWF, World Wildlife Foundation.
I know, and I feel bad because I definitely support the WWF, the World Wildlife Foundation.
But how non badass wrestling is it to get beat by the animal?
I know.
Yeah, it's just.
I
funny.
guess they had it first, but
They-
I do think that they should have. I mean, I feel bad, but it was so weird because I remember when it came out that the WWF was suing the WWF or whatever.
Right.
And no one knew that their symbol was like a panda, right? It was like a green WWF,
Still
like a
is.
panda. Yeah, it still is. And everyone was like, but we've never heard of that. We know what the WWF is, Hulk Hogan. We've never heard of you. Like,
Right.
like I know you
Very
had it
true.
first, but like maybe there should be new rules about who was more pop. I don't know. I know that's not the right way to think about it. Like they did have it first, but
Right.
WWF just like it was iconic. Like their logo that said WWF, that was like the metal letters and the F on it. Like it was iconic.
I fucking scribbled that shit in so many notebooks. Whenever like I was into the WWF, like I was always like scratching like WWF. Like
it was
on,
fun
like,
to
my-
draw the two W's and the F coming off of the end of the W.
Yeah, it was. What made it great is that it was sloppy, and that was like the point.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I didn't we started this podcast. I never thought I would be praising whoever made the WWF logo, but good job.
Yeah. So let me just run down the list of searches right here. I'm looking at the list. Number 3, Charles Oakley. I don't know who that is. Who cares?
I don't
Number
know.
4, Enola Holmes. Who cares? Who's that? Who cares? Number 5, Tyrod Taylor. Who is it? Who cares?
Football.
These are all football. Remember
Machine Gun Kelly to perform like what? Like
tickets to my downfall during live.
Probably,
what is the end of that
probably a
sentence?
sports game.
During
live
stream event.
I mean, okay.
Is that
That's
really,
fine.
Man, there's not much going on in the news today. Should we go to a different day when there's like a bigger... Oh, look at this. Like maybe yesterday there's 5 million searches for yesterday's Google Doodle.
You know what? Here's something.
What?
Costco reportedly removes Palmetto cheese after owner Brian. Sorry, guys, they're clicking into after owner Brian Henry calls Black Lives Matter a terror organization. Okay, now we're into it.
But wait, Costco removes Palmetto. So Palmetto cheese, their owner sucks.
I don't get it. Like, what's going on with the cheese?
I got good news for... us, I guess. Like, I've never heard of Palmetto. Like, no one knows Palmetto cheese to begin with.
No.
So they're already...
I know Palmetto Cheese, the wrestling organization. Is that what we're talking about?
So let's move on to some other topics.
This is kind of the reason also why like this show kind of took a dive is because like
We would look at the topics and
the
we wouldn't...
topics they got incredibly like boring and like we couldn't even relate.
That was
not-
always the case.
True.
It was a lot of sports. We would always skip the sports.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I'm really digging. I'm digging a couple days into the trends here.
Mitt Romney, Tesla battery day. I'm just reading stuff off that we're seeing. It's just so you know, this stuff is boring.
Sports. That's the thing. People really just mostly like sports. Ellen came back. I mean, I don't know. Let's talk about that. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
what it basically came out that Ellen's kind of a bitch, right?
Ellen is mean to everyone around her. She sort of creates a safety bubble around herself and is like, no one can look at me. Don't look at me as I pass you. You know, what do you have any sympathy for that posture where like when I think about Ellen, I love that everyone hates her now. We were talking about this yesterday. We love that the most.
Yeah. It's something quite satisfying about someone going from the top to bottom, but not necessarily. She's definitely not like, she's not going to fucking jail. Like, she's not like, she's only like partially like crossed out, not even canceled.
Our little sister Logan is here. Logan, what do you think about Ellen getting canceled? You like it? You hate it?
I like it.
Why?
Cause I already knew all the tea about her being like a huge jerk to like all of her employees and basically treating them like slaves and peasants.
Have you heard, like, what's a story? Do you remember any particular story?
No, I don't. I don't remember any particular story, but just the like, she was just basically like a tyrant on set of the show, and would like, kind of like embarrass them and make them do like things that were like, just because she could, things that were like, I don't know, like degrading.
That doesn't sound like my Ellen.
That's the craziest thing is she was, I would say, the most loved person in entertainment for a second, for a while.
I could also confidently say that it's our mom's favorite celebrity.
Yeah, she would buy us Ellen's boxer shorts.
I would be interested to know if she still stands. I think she probably does.
I know. When this news was coming out and we told her, Ellen's getting canceled, right? She was like, what? Because she would buy us. She was always trying to write into Ellen Show to get us on the Ellen Show. Ellen has like her own underwear company.
Well, she just has merch.
Is that underwear not like specifically? I thought she had somehow picked out some fabrics that were softer, and she was like, "This is like not just merch. These are like, this is my special underwear."
I don't know. I mean, I just know it's like her merch, and like I think like muscular dudes would come out wearing them for like and being like, "Oh, they're new Ellen boxers, whatever." I mean, they're not bad. They don't last. They don't last super long, but like
they're good underwear.
Yeah, they're comfortable.
I like them, but I remember.
I would say that Ellen knows how to like hold a sack. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I remember thinking like back in 2018 when Logan Paul got canceled. You remember?
Oh, wow.
You remember when
Ellen's like the new LP?
A little bit. No, what I was going to say is
Ellen Paul.
All I was gonna say is, Logan Paul got canceled because he filmed a dead body in the forest of Japan, and everyone was like, "This YouTuber's canceled." He got more canceled than anyone on the planet. I would say one of the most canceled people on earth. And I remember during that time, he was petitioning to get onto Ellen, the Ellen Show, to talk to Ellen and talk it through because he felt like that would absolve him of all of the hate. Ellen was looked at as like. You go on Ellen, because who was the guy who was going to host the Emmys that everyone loves? Kevin Hart. Because remember, Kevin Hart was
he got called out for some, like, he said some sexist shit.
It was, what do you call it when you hate gay people? Homophobic.
But
yeah, he said...
It wasn't really homophobic. It was like, was it like...
It was homophobic, I remember.
No, it wasn't really homophobic because he was like making fun of people that are homophobic.
I don't think so. I remember the tweet that he was talking about was like, if I see my son in there playing with Barbie dolls, I'm about to go smash that shit. It was something like that. Like, I would never let my son do anything feminine. It was like, homophobic.
I thought it was more, I thought it said, I don't know.
Well, anyway, it was like those tweets were from like 2009 or something like that when everyone was homophobic. And everyone was canceling him over it and saying, you can't host the Emmys. And then he was like, I'm not going to host the Emmys. And then he went on Ellen and talked it through with Ellen. And that sort of, Ellen was looked at as like the fair person to give people like an apology platform at the time. Because she did that with Kevin Hart. And then Logan Paul wanted to talk to Ellen to then be, absolved of his.
But did you see the Chappelle stand-up?
No, Logan, I said, did you see this Chappelle stand-up? Did you see his most recent?
He
It was okay. First of all, that wasn't even a stand-up. That was just like Chappelle, like just saying like "What's up." I wouldn't even consider that like a stand-up set. His like reaction, like, yeah. I mean, it wasn't a stand-up set. It was kind of just a special.
I mean,
But
it was
what-
stand-up. It was comedy.
So, but what's the point?
Chappelle, what?
What's the
Oh,
point?
because he explained the Kevin Hart tweet. Like, he explained it.
Oh,
And, like, the
he said he
perspective.
explained that it wasn't homophobic.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I think it was, but I also just think that
I don't know.
I think it definitely was, but I also think like, you know, people can change. You know, I don't think that like once you do something bad that you can never like see what was wrong with it and then change yourself for it. But yeah. Anyway, Ellen was like so pure that she could purify anyone, but now she's at the bottom.
Yeah,
She needs a different Ellen to purify herself. Ellen needs to go to who's the new
needs
Ellen?
to go. I mean, Ellen needs to go on Oprah or something.
Yeah,
You know?
true.
She has to level up. I mean, a lot of people could do it, but like I think Oprah is like the main one that could do it.
Yeah.
Ellen will never do it, but she doesn't give a fuck.
You know what? Maybe she's gonna go on the round table with Jada Pinkett.
Ellen, I don't think would ever go on anyone else's interview show.
No.
I don't know about that. Was it okay? I mean, I don't know. We could talk about Ellen all fucking day, but like, do we accept her back? Is a question.
I
okay
do.
to cancel
I
it.
do. I think that she probably has endured a lot of psychological trauma from these past couple months, and I think that she's probably going to be a better person because of it.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's definitely gonna humble her in some way, but I mean, I'm interested to see what she's gonna do because she's gonna do something. So
You want to know my
Yeah.
opinion?
Yeah.
Hey. Ho, ho. L&D has got to go.
You're totally canceling her.
I'm fine to cancel her. And not even because of, like, all the other things. I think solely just because of, like, how she treats people and employees. Like, that's a conscious choice. That's not like, oops, I was accidentally, like, an asshole to you. Like, you know what I mean? She was, like, intentionally, consciously, and, like, with effort being a dick to people that work for her.
Yeah, but I guess you just think people can't change. She's a rotten apple that needs to be thrown away.
I think she's a dick.
A dick that needs to be cut off. Lorena Bobbitt style. Classic 90s throwback.
I don't get
You
that.
don't know that?
I don't get that.
This
reference,
woman
but-
cut off her husband's penis and then threw it into the road.
Oh right.
Famously. He got it reattached, though, and it works now. I guess he went into porn.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh, because
crazy story.
Because he kind of had like a scary looking, like scarred up dick.
Just because he had a famous dick.
Right. Wow.
But
I cannot imagine what my wiener would look like if it got cut off and sewed back on.
I think she
Wow.
threw it like into traffic, I believe.
How
It was thrown-
crazy is it that that could happen and you
put back on.
it would be okay. I mean, I wonder.
Sauce is so good.
This is the word. Logan just held up some sauce and said, "This sauce is so good." Is that good? Is that good podcast material for you guys listening at home?
I don't think so.
You want me to do the plug?
Unless it's the sauce coming out of this the Reese sealed dick.
No, it's
What? Dick sauce?
I'm gonna plug.
I don't know. I was trying to make like a cum joke.
Anyway, I maybe call me alt-right, call me right-wing, call me QAnon, call me what are the other a Republican? I don't know, but I'm just like not in favor of canceling anybody ever, really.
Yeah.
I just think like
Yeah. I mean that's cool. I guess.
you can't you cancel someone. I just think like it's not.
Some people deserve to get canceled. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think that, like, do I think that people deserve to be called out when they do things wrong? Yeah, but does that mean, like, they're gone? Like, you like, you know, on, like, on Black Mirror, when you, like, block somebody with your vision, you know, and they turn into, like, that, like, squiggly blob, and you can't hear any, their voice is like,
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that is not good. I don't think.
No, you are right. You are right. I'm just kind of playing the devil's advocate. But yeah, Black Mirror. That reminds me of it's kind of like a video game, and that reminds me this day in history in 1889, Nintendo was founded. The Japanese game company was created by entrepreneur Fusahiro Yamauchi as a card company called Nintendo Koppai, which was based in Kyoto.
And let's say this again. This is not 1989. This is 1889.
The company originally Jesus fucking Christ. Can't get
I'm sorry, am I not allowed to live?
This company originally produced and sold playing cards called Hanafuda. The release of Donkey Kong, an arcade game, in 1981. Wow, almost like 100 years later.
Yeah, no. I recently watched the video game history documentary on Netflix, and they talked about this. They really just made like games and stuff. It's really weird that they turned into a video game company. They made like toys and games.
I didn't know that. I wouldn't have thought that. They really started from the bottom.
Truly.
Damn, respect. So that's a big shout out to Nintendo. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We don't really have too much other news. There was nothing really like the holidays today, nothing. Okay, here we go. Celebrate Bisexuality Day. Just celebrate it. I don't know. Raise a glass.
How do you celebrate?
In any way. Any way you want. Maybe do... That's how you're gonna celebrate, Put on a good beat.
I don't know. I think I have to get ready for my therapy session pretty soon here.
Right. You were really...
And I have 8 minutes before I have to be on a video chat spilling my guts.
Well, that sounds like a pretty good place to leave it. All right.
This is a really good episode.
This is a good representation of how every episode has been lately. We start pretty strong and then we slowly realize there's not much to talk about other than shit that's like kind of bad news. We should just change this segment to just bad news.
Let me plug this sauce.
Nobody listening to this is gonna be able to get that sauce.
Why?
But here you go.
Pueblitos in Burbank, California. The avocado cilantro hot sauce. If you're ever in California, make sure you head over that way. That is Pueblitos in Burbank, California.
All right. Anything else you want to say before we close it off?
Just be ready for some new hot content. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to say anything else.
All right. Let me start the song again.